Combos in the Cave. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, guys? You're now tuned into another episode of Combos in the Cave. I'm your host, Mel, speaking. Please click that like, comment, subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you get your videos early. Yeah, man, we here. We here. We back with another video. And today, we're going to talk about Goodz and twerk. We're going to talk about Goodz and twerk, guys. We are here. I need to see this battle. But before we go on and start talking about the battle raps and what we looking forward to, I want you guys to go and subscribe to Polo's World. He did his due diligence as far as like scoring an interview with Goodz recently, and we're gonna react to it, right? We're gonna react to it because Twerk's been running his mouth lately, and you know, Goodz finally responded to it, and I'm happy he responded. But the main reason why I did this video is because I said something on Twitter a long time ago, and Goodz reposted it, and it got 14,000 reactions or interactions or whatever that's called on Twitter, right? And he mentioned it like that whole video that I posted on YouTube. I guess Good retweeted it, and it stuck with him. What I said about Goodz as far as like who he is as a battle rapper and how he always win his battles, it stuck with him, and I can tell. But I just want to get confirmation from Goodz. So Goodz, if you're watching this video, man, you know, hit the like, hit me in the comments, man, just to let me know that I'm not bugging. You know what I mean? Because I really think that being that I said what I said in that interview, it kind of influenced you to use that narrative on how you match up against these battle rappers. You know, if I must say. So yeah, Goodz, yo, just hit me up, man. Let me know I'm not bugging. So, before we get into this reaction video on Polo's World, go subscribe to his channel. Um, like, comment, you know, share the video, you know, just do your due diligence, you know, because we got to keep the culture moving forward. So shout out to you, Polo, for allowing me to react to your video and, you know, do my thing. I salute to you for that. So I'm going to play my old video in the past, how I, you know, judge Goodz and how he battle against how he match up against other people. And then I'm going to play Goodz, a snippet of what this interview right here is about with Polo and Goodz, and how he's using that same narrative on how he's talking to Polo in this interview. So here we go. Let me roll. All right. So this how when you battle Goodz, bro. When you battle Goodz, you gotta think about it. Goodz don't win in the building. I'm gonna have Goodz losing in the building every time. Goodz just be beating y'all because he beat y'all in life. It's like a long-term win for Goodz. And for you to battle Goodz and after you battle him, you get braces, bro. That just goes to show me, bro, like that Goodz won.
I gotta run right out the door because I got stuff going on. If you see a dude sit up there for 3 hours on Spaces, he has nothing going on in his real life. These niggas can't fuck with me in real life. I ain't talking about battle rap in real life.
Damn.
I'm not talking about fucking the battle rap girls and doing stuff like that. They can't fuck with me in real life. Be the ones I'm telling you. Yo, man, it'd be the pills is powerful. I didn't know how pills put your emotions all over the place. I understand that now, son.
We didn't say the same words verbatim, but it's some. I feel like it's some validity towards like you know, it's some validity there. All right. So without further ado, Polo, it's on you. Polo and Goodz, it's on y'all. Let's get it.
We heard Frank White kind of say he tried to book this battle. Well, let's hear from Goodz. Let's just hear from Goodz himself. Goodz, yo, what's up with you?
Let me know if y'all hear
What's
it.
up? What's going on?
Man,
Y'all can hear me? I'm good. Y'all can hear me?
yeah,
Yeah,
we
let me
hear
know if
you,
y'all hear
man.
it, bro.
Did you happen to catch
In the
any
comments.
spaces?
I heard a little bit of the that one. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I heard a little bit of it.
Okay, how you feeling about some of the stuff he said, man?
I didn't hear a lot of the things, so you gotta tell me some of the stuff he said so I could.
Okay, so number one, he said that URL reached out to you already, and that you about with the contract situation, and you kind of ducked that.
First of all, let me say this real quick, Polo. Let me tell you how much I rock with you. I don't do everybody, you know,
Yeah, I
live
already.
interviews and stuff like that. There's a bunch of people that hit me up about this and a bunch of other stuff that I don't turn down because if that's the case, I go make the money myself. But I just want to let you know I rock with you. That's
Facts.
Oh, you already know.
So, all right.
My God.
Let me stop that right there real quick because I want to elaborate on who Goodz is as a person before we continue this interview. I want to shout out to Goodz, man. I want to shout out to the person that he is in battle rap and how he is much needed in the culture. Because because all of the negative surroundings about battle rap and how the culture is, Goodz is one of the ones. Goodz, Loaded Lux, Murder Mook. Them guys are one of the ones who always have a positive approach towards everything. If you speak to them, you can tell that nothing is never nothing negative. And if it is something negative, it's because somebody initiated them to move in that directive. Now, but for Goodz, he always in a position to where he's either making money. He's all about growing the culture. He's always about, you know, becoming a grown man or being a grown man, if in that sense. And that's how he's carry himself all the time. And with this battle that's coming up between him and Twerk, I could tell it's going to be a conversation about priorities. You know what I mean? And I hate to bring it back to X Factor days, but this is what the narrative is, and it's always been like that with Goodz. So this is. I know I'm going on a tangent. I just wanted to salute to Goodz and shout out and keep doing what you're doing. Slick Walk, Slick Talk God, Slick Walk Nation. Go ahead, man. Continue. Let's get it.
And I rock with you because
I'm gonna fast forward this, guys.
man, doing the spaces and we can always get on here and hit up Beasley or Smack. Smack is normally the person I deal with. Hit up Beasley or Smack.
So
I asked them if they sent me over a contract or anything like that for Twerk.
So what Goodz is responding to here is that Twerk said that Goodz ducking battles, and he went on. He kind of disregarded or dismissed some type of contract, and Goodz just saying that he didn't. So yeah, let me let this play.
I never got any kind of contract, nothing for Twerk at all. So I just think he just says stuff. I think he just wants to battle, so he just says that, and the fact that he be pilled up. These niggas be bugging.
Okay, so they say
Yeah, Goodz always got to throw a subliminal in there, like, yo, he be pilled up, like, like the emotions be running high.
So say he'll smoke you.
That's what everybody say they'll smoke me. You know another thing I realized too. I think a lot of these dudes.
Oh, he getting a phone. I ain't gonna lie, he was getting on the slick walks too. He said I'm trashing battle.
But I think a lot of these dudes really feel like that until they get on stage. You feel me? I think
the video went out, so and then he bought really Goodz like back.
They would smoke me until they get on stage with me. They always look at, or the fans always look at what they do good, not knowing how hard of a matchup I am on the other end. But I love it though. I love it, man. I mean, listen, if I ain't going to battles like this on my shoulder, I probably wouldn't be able to perform the way I do. So let's say that.
Okay, now I ain't gonna lie, he was getting on the slick walks too. He said I'm trashing battle rap. He was going crazy. Period.
All right, so before Goodz responds, I want to elaborate on that. All of what they talking about that Twerk has been saying about Goodz had happened in spaces, right? And we know spaces is where you go to get, or everybody talk trash in the spaces, right? Goodz obviously is not a fan of the spaces. And DNA is also not a fan of the spaces. But Twerk, Hitman Holla, those guys, they always be in spaces. And Twerk was in the spaces, and he was saying how Goodz can't mess with him. Goodz is not a superstar. Eunice is a superstar, and all these other people are superstars more than Goodz, right? So this most recent Spaces interview that Twerk had, he mentioned Goodz again. He obviously he's trying to score the battle, and he said something about his sneakers, saying that they was trash. And that part right there, that's a little bit of hate, bro. And I'm not saying you hate Goodz, Twerk. I'm just saying you hating like the actual what we use the word in the culture for. Like that's a little bit of hate, you know. And it's crazy that for you to say that the sneakers is trash is your opinion, right? Of course, but for you to publicly say that, that's a little crazy to me. You know what I mean? I feel like I hear a little slight hate in that. But for us to move forward and push the culture forward, and for us to, help battle rappers get to that financial freedom that they trying to get to in the culture, we need to support one another. And if you don't like something, sometimes it's better to, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. So yeah, go ahead, Goodz, man. It's on you.
Should this happen for Gnome? Do this? Should it, what stage?
Yo, listen, Slipwalks too. All you spills be dropping June 1st. I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm halfway sold out on them already.
See?
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Slipwalks is fire too, by the way. But
yeah, but I mean, but you gotta, you know what I know too. You gotta understand that a nigga that don't got nothing going on for him, that smokes cigarettes all day. Of course he gonna say that. If I don't, all you gotta do, look, we speak on fact, right? I speak on fact.
Facts.
All you gotta do is look at him.
He said, "Look at me and look at him."
That talk shit about me.
He's going in and out.
It's clear. It's not nothing we gotta sit here and try to break down and do things like that. On what type of nigga? I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do no drugs. My skin look good. I smell good. These niggas look like they stink. They smoke cigarettes. They look crazy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is not something we gotta sit
I ain't gonna lie.
and even look at. This is the truth.
That is a fact, right? And I'm not a fan of cigarettes, and I don't smoke and I don't do any of things of that sort either. And I understand where he's coming from, because when you think about people who smoke cigarettes, that's what you think about. You think about how they smell. I'm not saying they dirty individuals, like their skin is dirty, but being that they smoke cigarettes, you just think that you don't care about how you smell when you smoke it, because it gets into your clothes and you smell like that all day, and it's like, where your priorities at? Like, if you want to smoke in the house, got people with this people in the house that smoke the cigars, they got the robe that catches all the smoke, and you have to leave that outside so you won't carry that smoke in the house. Think about stuff like that. And that's what Goodz is talking about. Being that you just outside in your clean clothes smoking cigarettes goes to show you that your hygiene is not at the standard that it needs to be at as a grown man. And I'm not talking to you, Twerk. I'm just saying how Goodz be thinking, because I know what type of frequency he's on when he talk these things. Go ahead, Good.
So you will never hear me personally, right? You'll never hear me badmouth somebody else that's doing something or talk about anything.
That's a fact. See, that's crazy.
Like what they doing?
See, he said they doing what they doing.
You gotta just watch. It's always the dudes that got nothing going on that talk about what you doing. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like Twerk ain't got nothing going on?
Why you think nigga want to battle 100 niggas? He calling out mad people. Niggas is broke. What I said something to you earlier, bro. Niggas want to battle because they broke. Sit in spaces. First of all, if you can sit in spaces for an hour, you got nothing going on. For 3 hours, you got nothing. And this goes for anybody that's in spaces. If you can sit in space for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you got nothing going on.
That's a fact, man. See, that's another fact that he's spitting.
My fault, I apologize because I got stuff going on. So I'm trying to come up here and do this for you, but I'm finishing up from doing something else. As soon as I finish this, I gotta run right out the door because I got stuff going on. If you see a dude sit up there for 3 hours on Spaces, he has nothing going on in his real life. These niggas can't fuck with me in real life.
There you go.
Battle rap in real life.
All right, so hold on. Hold on. Let me stop that video right there. Now, guys, let me know if I'm bugging. And Goodz, please, I'm gonna at you in this video because I want to know if you got this narrative from me, or I noticed how you've been thinking, and that's how you plan your attack when you're rapping against these individuals. But being that I said that and you retweeted it, and I got 14,000 retweets after that. Please let me know I'm not bugging so I could go sleep at night, man. I just want to know, man. Cause shout out to Goodz. I follow you, man. I'm here, listening to you. Every time you hit the video, I'm always, tuned in. So I want to know, have my words resonated at some point in your life where you had to hit the retweet? You feel me? But that's what I was talking about, guys, and this is why I'm doing the video. But go ahead, Goodz. Let me let you finish. I'm gonna play it back a little bit so you guys can get everything that he's talking about.
Rap girls doing stuff like that. They can't. First of all, if you consider Spaces,
and then I'm in that video right there.
Going on. For 3 hours, you got nothing. And this goes for anybody that's in Spaces. If you consider Spaces for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you got nothing going on. Coming up here is my fault. I apologize because I got stuff going on. So I'm trying to come up here and do this for you, but I'm finishing up from doing something else. As soon as I finish this, I got to run right out the door because I got stuff going on. If you see a dude sit up there for 3 hours on Spaces, he has nothing going on.
That's a
real
fact,
life.
Man.
These niggas can't fuck with me in real life. I ain't talking about battle rap in real life. I'm not talking about fucking the battle rap girls and doing stuff like that. They can't fuck with me in real life. The ones I'm telling you. Yo, man, it be the pills is powerful. I didn't know how. Pills put your emotions all over the place. I understand that now, so I just be like, you know what? I get it. It's the pills.
What stage could this happen on? Would you rather it's Gnome or Summer Madness?
It don't matter, man. It don't matter. He talking a little too much. Come outside. I'm ready. That's why when a nigga say somebody sent me a contract or and just go to hold on, you said that for URL, then you said Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Oh, that's another thing I want to get to. Frank said that he tried to reach out to book y'all. Y'all charging too much money.
I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Cool, I'm gonna tell you this, all right? I'm gonna see how I say this. I like the kid Frank. Frank texts me from time to time, but I also pay attention to what goes on. Frank is on anybody's side who he's talking to. And I hope you hear this because it's the truth. He's just a nigga that's on rocking with whoever he's talking to at the time. That's his friend. I meet a bunch of niggas like that. It's not a thing, a bad thing to me or that bothers me. It's just type person he is. So when he hit me and I told him, it's cool because it ain't nothing. But when he get off the phone with me and he go talk to Twerk, he gonna be on Twerk's side. Yeah, Twerk, you'll kill him. Like it's gonna be like that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Wait. I got to come some slack. He was fake defending you.
Nah, I heard some of it. It sounded a little more sarcastic.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay,
That's a fact. He was a little more on Twerk's side.
Like trolling and kind of playing than defending.
Okay.
You know,
big facts.
And I'll be real with you. I'm a boss, bro. I don't need nobody to defend me or nothing. Yo, bro, I don't go in Spaces. The fact that nigga, if you go look at how much Spaces is out on YouTube of people talking about me and I've never been in there, how powerful is that? I don't go in Spaces. I don't even come out unless I got a battle. They keep me so relevant, bro. I've been in this shit 16 years from when URL did their first event. I'm still relevant to this day.
And that's a fact.
I still can come out right now and get a Twerk battle. Who's the hottest dude?
And that's a fact. And the reason why Goodz is so relevant, and the Mooks, the Luxes, the Averbs, the reason why these guys are still relevant is because they are original and they got their own style. The Tay-Rocks, they have their own, the Surfs, they have their own style on how they rap. And this is why they've been out for so many years, because when you have originality, that resonates with everyone because you are different, you unique. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be a time where you get your core fans because you unique for that specific crowd. When you sound like everybody else, you just bounce around from fan to fan because it's like is not nothing new.
time, right now. Niggas don't pay attention to all this stuff. And we can't talk, I can't talk numbers. Numbers is what really matters. I can't talk numbers with these niggas because they 1.5 million views behind me. Averaging numbers and all that. I can't talk numbers. I gotta see people don't understand that when I talk numbers and I talk about certain things, category with people like Hitman and Surf and Mook and Lux. They don't try to give me that, but when you go look at the numbers, that's what it says. That's what
Yep.
it
It's facts.
What? Okay, so now
to Frank. Hold on, I'm sorry. To Frank, I don't have enough money to book me. He's a PG booking nigga. He could book PGs and niggas like Twerk that battling that smell like cigarettes. I just hosted an event where I probably got paid more than them for hosting.
All right. So, guys, if you want to get the full video, I'm in that video right there. If you want to get the full video, please go on to Polo World on YouTube, subscribe to his channel. You know, look at the full video. He put up the content. I just wanted to react to a couple of things that Goodz said, and I got a good portion of it. So, shout out to you, Polo G, for, you know, letting us or allowing us to react to your video. And I'm gonna do what you said at the end of the video and push your channel forward and see, you know, hopefully, you know, people can listen to me and go subscribe to your channel because you're definitely doing your thing out there in these streets. Now, with Goodz, with that being said, and him saying that Frank it don't have enough money for him, so to book him like in a battle, it was some validity towards what Twerk was saying, but the context of the whole situation is that he didn't have enough, right? So he probably called Goodz and tried to book Goodz for 3 bands or 4 bands for like a 1 rounder or something, and Goodz was like, nah. His number is his number, you know what I mean? And now that he said no to the low number, Twerk is want to paint the narrative of he's ducking them because he's dismissing contracts and all that. You know, Goodz number, he's been saying this about himself for a long time, that my number doesn't change. No, whether it's a small league or a big league. But one thing he do with his number is, even if it's a URL who got the most money in the battle rap culture and who's able to pay the highest price, he still have that set minimum. I mean, his set price that's not too overboard or is not too lowball. You know what I mean? It's right there, and it's always going to be there, and it never changes because that's what he feel. That's his negotiating point. You feel me? So with that being said, shout out to Goodz, man. Shout out to Goodz. Yo, hit me in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That's the only way we're going to grow. Yeah, man, and that's that. So, you know, shout out to Goodz, man. I have tons of respect for Goodz, and one thing that he do in his battle raps, man, he controls the crowd, bro. He controls the crowd. He can, in his battles, he controls the crowd so well, where not too many people can control it how he control it, because he demands his attention. Being that, like, his personality, his aura, like on that stage, he demands it. So if he stand there, it's like, oh shit, Goodz on stage. What are you gonna say? Opposed to you other battle rappers who have to be animated and you have to, you know, do things to, you know, get the crowd attention. Goodz just rap. And if you listen to what he rapping about, you know, it's some foundation in every bar. You know, you can use his bars as tools in life to grow to be a better human being as, you know, as you get older. A lot of people, you know, can't say that about, you just can't say that about anybody. You know what I mean? If you think about a Twerk, he gonna tell you how many times he shot you in your face. Feel me? And sometimes it resonates, sometimes it don't. But he also is creative. He creative with the words and the name flips and everything. But it's something about Goodz, Loaded Lux, that when they rhyme, bro, I'm just listening to see how can I grow from what they're saying. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, that's the powers that Goodz have. You know what I mean? That's why him and Lux would be a good battle, because they talk in their most creative way, and they would have the listeners or the core fans engaged just like that. So yeah, man, shout out to Goodz, shout out to Polo World, man. Shout out to everybody in the battle rap culture. Yeah, hit me up in the comments, man. Talk to me, I'll talk back. Combos in the Cave, man. We out of here, B. Salute, and salute.